Good afternoon. This is Lauren Christopher Dew. Some know me as Dr. Dew, and soon to know me as the sexual healer. Today we're doing a multicast with blog radio and YouTube. And so for the first part, we'll be paying attention to this YouTube and sharing. But those of you on Blog Talk Radio, you can hear me very well, and we'll get into our script a little later. I start this program off with just a very heavy heart. I was praying before I came on, and oh my Lord, got a phone call 5 minutes before the program, 2 or 3 phone calls actually, before we came on the air. And I'm telling you, I just can't believe it. But let me just, before I tell you what these calls were about, I have to say that this is Say a Word About This. And we are going to say a word about this today. We have changed the title of our series, and so the new title is called Sex in the Bible. Oh my. And I think you will be blessed by that title because it's very descriptive of what we are going to continue right through the Bible. We are walking as though it were through the Bible and looking at the various aspects of sex in the Bible, and we'll continue that. We're up to Deuteronomy, so you'll be blessed by that. I want to say, though, with those of you on YouTube who are looking at this and saying, well, what is this man talking about? What has Dr. Dew got to say? Well, I want to say that my book is just days from coming out, and by this Friday the 13th, oh my, for those people that have those strange feelings, but the 13th is another day, you will be able to pre-order Teddy Bear Stolen Innocence on the website. Just simply go into your browser and you can put in there simply put incest in America, in Black America. Yeah, it is in America, but incest in blackamerica.com. And go ahead and start pre-ordering this book. Because when I share with you, and we're going to do that, as a matter of fact, I was just about, I almost started crying because it's like, Lord, will we have one more? And you know, as a man of God, and you have to know that, but I'm not like many other men of God you'll meet. I know that I get radical about abuse and those things and pain and people being hurt. But when it comes to that old radical stuff that you've seen, and the dogmas and the beating up and wanting to put people in hell, no, that's not me. That's not me. That's his challenge. That's God. He deals with that. I'm here to bring hope, to bring joy, to bring peace, and to let you know what I went through. And if God could bring me out, he can bring you out. And if you know somebody who is going through or has gone through like I've gone through and others, hey, there's hope. And you can come out victorious. But when I got this call 5 minutes before the program, and I'm looking here at the monitor because I pulled it up, and it says this popular, and it's on YouTube, so it's this, what I'm sharing is not uncommon, not this is common knowledge. Timothy L. Dampierre, a Seattle minister and popular gospel singer, has been charged with molestation and rape. Dampier had been employed by the Bellevue Boys and Girls Club, but was suspended after the investigation was launched. Dampier admitted to multiple instances of inappropriate sexual contact with various children from the year of 2000. Think about this. This was 11 years ago. 2000 through 2003. According to investigators, Dampier says that he fondled and engaged in oral sex and took videos and pictures of boys. Now, I'm telling you, that if that doesn't relate to what God has called me to do with my book, Teddy Bear Stolen Innocence, and we have in that book some 10 to 12 stories of men, young men, many of them who had to sleep with their fathers, their uncles, their preachers, they're all kind of folks. This is real, people. It's real. But oh my, I'm smiling only because the joy. But I'm also frowning and crying and hurting inside. For, it's like we get it in Atlanta 1, 2 or 3 months, then we go to Seattle, and then maybe it's back in Atlanta, and then New York, then LA, then Louisiana. Where next will this thing pop up? I'm telling you, it's real. And that was the story by the Liberty Underground. So that came up. I'm sorry. That was. Let me get my story straight here. I got so many different things I'm looking at. Yes, there we are. That was the Liberty Underground. It says News That Matters, so you can find it. It's there, and it's a YouTube. It's it's so sad with all of these things happening, and this is just one of many. So I want you to be aware and understand that the thing that is going on, not going on, is that we are in the midst of a great what would you call it? I'd call it an exposure, a confrontation, a revealing of situations that are happening and have happened. So let me just say that is what we're doing. We're doing YouTube, so you that are watching on Blog Talk, or are actually listening on Blog Talk, we'll get into our dialogue later today as we talk about sex in the Bible, as we talk about all of this that we have been given. We're going to continue going through that. But there are a number of captions that are found here. And so understand that this book is available. So you're available as of Friday. You can go and pre-order it and get your own copy so that you'll have Teddy Bear Stolen Innocence. And you can go to that website, incestinblackamerica.com. And we're going to put a button on drdew.com that will also link you to the new book. So, but right now that button's not there, but you'll be able to get it Friday the 13th. That's what I'm told. And we want to get those pre-orders started, because I'm telling you, I'm not sure how many more of these exposures people can take without some folks starting to really break and to really realize that this sexual epidemic is real, and it is moving throughout our black communities, just as the white communities. And so that's why the book Teddy Bear Stolen Innocence, it was written, directed to the black man, because with all of what we're seeing, we got another call this morning from our son did, from Kevin Allen, and saying that they've been watching us and looking at what we're doing. And it's like, praise God. So somebody's paying attention, that this must break across this country, this bit, to bring healing, to bring deliverance, to bring a change, to bring a wholesomeness. Because, it reminds me of when J.L. King thing broke, and he is our collaborator with this book, when his book broke on the down low, and how some women, as I'm told, started to really start noticing and pay attention to these men that were doing and behaving this way. I mean, these men, they don't realize, but they're nothing but sodomites. They're just, hey, that's what they were in the Bible, and folks don't like that term, but that's what the Bible calls it, sodomy. And so, but they were still staying with their wives. They loved their wives. They loved their girlfriends, but they still were running around with the men. And when it broke, a lot of people's eyes came open. Well, I'm telling you, I'm believing a lot of folks' eyes to come open now with these young people doing what they're doing. And then just the case yesterday, the prophetess was telling me about, prophetess being my wife, Prophetess Argina, and we welcome you and Minister Antoinette, I believe it is, there in our chat room here on Blog Talk Radio. But there was a program on Steve Wilkes' program where a young black girl moved from one state to another state. But this older man, had sex with her when she was 14, and then continued, then had a baby by her, then had another baby. And then when the babies got big enough, this old pimp, black pimp, Negro, was having sex with little girls. Incest. It happens in black America. This is real. And we need to get our arms around it and starting to expose it and stop the perversion, stop the corruption, stop the pain, stop the stuff that's going on. Let people know we got our eye on you. We know what you're up to. We know, and then we go tell God on them. Let God expose it in the name of Jesus. Oh my. It's a sad day with so much of this happening. But also understand, I believe that this all has to happen before Jesus comes back. And as I tell my wife, the prophetess, somebody's got to do it. And thank God it's not me, but somebody's got to do it. And I know that, yes, I was a victim as a child of it, but now I'm a victor. I'm a victor over it, and I'm an overcomer. And I want others to move from that place of pain, move from that place of being a victim to being a person of victory. The numbers are 1 and 4. For women, every fourth woman you meet has been abused. And then 1 and 6. Every 6 men, you line up 6 men in a row, and in that 6 men, somewhere in there, one of those men have been abused. So every 6th man in America. Those are horrific numbers. And I believe those numbers are not really the truth. Because numbers, I know they say numbers don't lie, but I also know that many people, because of fear, won't say anything. Because of being ashamed. Because of what will my family say? What will my mama say? And thank God for you mothers. We just had Mother's Day. And what will daddy's probably one possibly doing? It could have been mama too. But hey, we've got to go beyond the fear and expose the truth and stop the devil and nurture our children in love and understanding. This gospel man, he was charged on May 10th with child molestation.